Thanks to the support as a channel member, Todd Thomas. I am as flabbergasted by it as you are, Mrs Wearmouth. I never thought I'd see the day where our best player, comfortably, so far this season, is an attacking midfielder, playing as an attacking midfielder. We've been banging this drum for 17 years, and we've finally got a good one. Hello and welcome to part 136 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have two games for you in the league. We're away against both Liverpool and Leeds. Since you were last with me, this is what's been going on. We've been unbeaten. That's what's been going on. After the Brighton game, no further disappointments. We had a little bit of a wobble with a 3-3 away draw against Aston Villa. Other than that, it has been wins all the way. And the most notable things, alongside the fact that we're winning lots of football matches, are the emergence of Sandro Veloso as a real Premier League quality top-level striker. 9 goals from 10 games so far this season in all competitions, 6 from 8 in the Premier League. But even more exciting than that is Diego Perez, who has been playing all year in this attacking midfield role, which, believe it or not, is his favoured position. I know we forced him into becoming a central midfielder after Gregoire departed, but he's finally getting a run playing in his natural position after being a right winger when we first brought him into the club. And wouldn't you know, he's really very good at it. 7 appearances, 4 goals, 3 assists, 2 man of the matches, a 7.57. I don't know if he's showing as our best player. He's not. Park is still our best player, but he has our highest average rating from attacking midfield. All those years of Adam Blamplate and Connor Roberts and whoever else we played as our attacking midfielder, and we all ran the FM21 party line of, yeah, they're not great, but, you know, no one gets a good average rating from attacking midfield. Diego Perez, let's just confirm. We need the proof. He's played pretty much all year as an attacking midfielder. The one time he didn't play as an attack, or the one time he played and it wasn't as an attacking midfielder, he's missed a couple of matches. But the one time he played back in midfield is the one game we lost against Brighton. So it looks like he's an attacking midfielder from now on. This is what the league table looks like. 8 games played, 19 points on the board. We've got a game in hand over both Leeds and Manchester United. That's the game we play now. We play Leeds in the second match in the episode, but obviously they've had a very good start to the episode too. But if we, to the season, if we win both our matches today, which is easier said than done away against Liverpool and second place Leeds, but if we win both matches today, we're going to end up second in the league, on the tail of Manchester United, not just in a Champions League spot, but in a title race. We've got one of the top scorers in the league. We've got the highest average rated player in the Premier League at the moment. Everything's looking good at home right now. So this is the team that we're sending to Liverpool. Watch it all come crumbling down. We're going with Perez in goal, a back four of Kavalik, Elias, Vrazikas and Todd Thomas, Oliveira and Passotti in midfield, Jordi, Perez and Park supporting Veloso up front. I had a couple of people in the comments section to yesterday's video saying how harsh I've been on Francisco, last season's top scorer, has been discarded this year. It's not so much that he was completely discarded, but Veloso was a better bet as a lone striker. And if you remember, on that first day of the season, I wasn't necessarily committing to the 4-2-3-1 for the entire year. It was more a case of we've lost however many games in a row. We've got to switch from the 4-2-4. We've got to try something different. So we tried this, but based on the form of Perez and Veloso, how do you get Francisco back in the team? He can play right wing as well, but that's where our best player Park hangs out. So I think Francisco, as harsh as it may seem, just has to be a little bit patient. He was great for us last year in a different system. This year, in this system, yes, he's not had much of an opportunity, but Veloso and Perez have both exploded into the start of this season. Do you drop either of them? Of course you don't drop either of them. So Francisco is, unfortunately for him, just going to have to be a little bit patient. I think Liverpool are getting this goal disallowed. Fingers crossed. Last thing we need is a thumping after the good start to the season that we've had. Because remember, although Mrs Wearmouth sensibly is just looking for mid-table again this year, my goal is Champions League football this season. Not just European qualification. I've played enough long-term saves to know that this is our opportunity for the Champions League. We've qualified for Europe before. We've not looked terrible when we were in Europe. We've got a good young squad that's getting better all the time. and we don't have Europe as a distraction. This is likely, unless we have an absolute disaster from here on in this season, this is likely to be the last season of the save where we don't have that added distraction of Europe. If we're ever going to have a run at the Champions League, it starts now. That's my theory. And if we don't get into the Champions League this year, I suspect we might never win it. We might get into it here and there, but I think if we're going to win the Champions League to end this save, which was the original goal, I think we have to qualify for it this year. Because otherwise, I think players will leave. Perez has got the opportunity to play Veloso in there, but he just keeps running. And that's the first misstep I've seen from Perez since he's been playing in this attacking midfield role. Veloso was there, ready to just be slotted in behind that Liverpool defence. I know the further forward they both got, the more offside he got. But at the start of the move, if Perez sees him a little bit earlier, he can slot him in there, and Veloso then uses his pace to put us 1-0 up. So Perez could have done a little better. That being said, if he sticks it in the top corner there, I'm praising him for it. So I guess I'll cut him a little bit of slack, as he's currently the best player in the Premier League so far this season. And here we go, going 1-0 down. Hopefully we'll show the character to turn this around as we go into this second half. Todd Thomas could potentially do a little bit better with a header there. Have we potentially got another academy man who might be the weak link in the new team? Not just based on that one missed header, but just in general. Have we maybe got better options for right back we can draft in, and I'm getting blinded by the academy the way I so often do? It's Thomas who's the guy defend. I think that's been disallowed again. But we're going to start looking at him. Perez is breathing a sigh of relief. This is the goalkeeper Perez, breathing a sigh of relief that I'm now paying very close attention to the antics of Todd Thomas for the next however many games, until he proves to me that we don't need to worry about him. So I need another one of those. I mean, we've seen some tremendous attacking performances for sure from Todd Thomas over the last couple of seasons. Defensively, he's always been a little bit suspect, but he's our attacking wing back. He is the guy who's supposed to bomb on from the defence. So if he goes and grabs us a couple of assists in this second half, I stop looking at him for another 2 years again. Right, Perez collects at the back, and the highlight seems to be continuing. Give it to Todd Thomas, let him charge up the wing, or do this. He's trying to play the ball over the top to Veloso there, I think. It's not really the ball you want to play to Veloso unless you are going over the top for him to chase. Park's been fouled there, I think, but nothing is given. Thomas was there on the overlap, ready to go as well, but it does mean that there's now a big gaping gap behind him, which we can't blame him for. He was doing what he was supposed to be doing there. He is instructed to bomb on past Park on that right-hand side. Half an hour to go. I think it's time for us to demand more, and also to start looking at what we've got down on the bench. Juan Jose, Francisco, who we were just talking about. I mean, this seems like a perfect opportunity for Francisco to come on up front and show that he deserves to maybe nick a spot back in this side. Juan Jose can come on for Jordi. And I think, I see Perez is tired. Park's not playing well. Oliveira's playing even worse. No one's really covering themselves in glory right now, but I think based on Perez's tiredness, he has to be the one who comes off, which means Diaz can come on, Oliveira can push forward, and we'll do that. Ideally, I would have liked to have brought Sydney on for Park there and really run at him, but apparently Perez is tired. Not ideal. Right, can we demand more again, please? We've already gone attacking. We've demanded more a couple of times. I mean, 9 games in, this is not a bad situation to be in, even if we then go and lose to Leeds as well. They're 2 difficult away games. It would be nice if we could pick up a point in one or both of them, though, and it's not completely dead yet. And Liverpool have had a poor start to the season, so I'd quite like for us to continue their poor start to the season, but it looks like they're going to use us as a springboard to turn their season around, which is not really ideal. Kavalik has got a good, strong challenge in there, which I always worry when stuff like that happens, that penalties may be afoot, but apparently not. And we've pressed them really well here, pushed them all the way back into their own half, but they've just used it to rebuild and try again down the other side, where they've had much more success today. And this time, Thomas is there with the tough tackle. We've just been explaining this tackle, this situation. This time the referee is going to give the penalty, and Big question marks on Todd Thomas once again. Todd Thomas is the name in the game guy at the start of the episode today as well. Oh, Todd, this is your episode. I'm coming for you. That's basically the message you've had in the first 10 minutes of this video. Please become channel members, boys and girls. It's always great. Oh, God. Oh, could you not have picked a different day, Kev? Goodness me. Right, 2-0 down. I think this one is probably gone at this point, which is a shame. Nobody's really played well. I am not happy with the performance out there, and I'm a little bit worried going into this Leeds game as well, that all of a sudden we could find ourselves off the back of 2 straight defeats, and that good form that we were in could disintegrate. Right, just one change for the Leeds game then. Diaz coming back in midfield with Passotti being dropped like a stone. Passotti was the problem. Let's blame it all on him. Oh, why have I got Todd Thomas in my hands? Let's put him down. I know we're keeping an eye on him today, but we don't need to drag him around all over the place. Goodness me. Right. Leeds second in the league. We were third in the league. Manchester City have won earlier today to move back above us. But a victory for us here would still put us up into second place, which that then makes it a successful episode. To be honest, I'll be absolutely delighted if we can come away from this with a draw. If we don't, it does raise question marks once again about whether we need a more defensive system for these big away games. The only problem is we've tried it before and it doesn't work, or at least the one we tried didn't work. It just led to defeat after defeat after defeat. But that is, I mean, it's terrible defending, but probably even worse goalkeeping. Perez is making a strong argument for Alex Williams to return in goal after nearly a year of being our backup keeper. Perez with a corner, and there were definitely men to aim for in there, but the Leeds goalkeeper has come out and claimed that very confidently, and now Leeds have got a counter-attack on, and this is disastrous. This is not going well. This has been disallowed. This is good. This is a second chance. I promise you we were in good form going into this game, but I have done the thing. I'm recording this Monday morning, so I have done the thing where I've not opened the save since Friday afternoon when I recorded the last episode. So Football Manager is now punishing me for having a weekend off and not playing Football Manager over the course of the weekend. And this is my punishment. I come back to 2 defeats in my first reopening of the game after a couple of days. It's always so cruel. Yet, you know, if I'd have come in on a miserable run, would it have given, I don't know, would it have given me the goals? Probably not. Never close the game when you're winning. Never close the game when you're losing. Just never close the game seems to be the thing. Unless you are on a losing run, in which case, close the game to magically reset the random number generator. That's the official Football Manager theory, isn't it? Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Perez has made the save that time, and then Fazekas with an excellent block. We've actually got an opportunity for a counter-attack of our own here, but between Perez and Park, they just slowed things down a little bit too much. And now Todd Thomas looking for a long throw. There's nobody there to throw it to, and he's not very good at long throws. What is he up to? Have I still got long throw on as an instruction, as a hangover from an old version of this tactic? Because that's twice now in recent episodes I've seen us try long throws. I think they're just set to the player decides, whatever the one that is no specific instruction. But it's that we're starting to try them a little bit too often again. So I wonder if I've accidentally left it on. This is not going very well, is it? Perez and Veloso really not justifying the intro that they were given. We've got 3 players in danger of losing discipline. One of them's Kavalik. That's disastrous. He's getting sent off. He's furious. Why is everyone so angry? I mean, I'm pretty miffed about what I've seen so far. Can we do a team talk specifically to Kavalik to tell him to calm down? Is that not an option? No. I need you to calm down. That's what I want to say, just to him. Not to all of the defenders. Just to him. Oh, individuals. There we go. So him. Who are the other 2? Perez and Yordi. I need you to calm down. And that's demotivated all of them. Terrific. Okay, let's see what happens in this second half. Red cards incoming. We are still going to end the episode in the Champions League spot, though. So, shows how good that run of form we were on before this. Just hope we can rescue it off the back of 2 defeats. I think we have got a Carabao Cup game coming up next. It might not be all over, boys and girls. Fazikas has a goal back. More than half an hour of this game remaining. Now's the time to go attacking. Now's the time to encourage the boys as the goal has gone in. Perez with the corner. Thanks for putting this box in the way, Football Manager. Elias with the flick on. Fazikas lurking at the far post, weirdly, which is not where he's supposed to be. I think I've got a really old version of my set-piece instructions on here. So, yep, they're on long throws. We don't want them. We want mixed. I think my corner instructions are wrong as well. Because, yeah, why is he at the front? This is such an old version of how my set pieces work. I mean, we've just seen it work and now I'm fiddling with it. But we want something a little bit more like this. Is what I tend to do now. How long have we been operating on old versions of my set pieces and I've not noticed? All season? Oh, my word. Right, Yordi is having a terrible game. Jose can come on for him. Veloso is also having a terrible game. And now we are going to get Sydney on because we didn't get him on in the last game. So let's get Sydney on as well. And he can get over there as an inverted winger. So 2 inverted wingers. Francisco, I'm tempted to make him a pressing forward because that's where he got all his goals last year. But apparently he's better suited to being an advanced forward now, which he certainly wasn't last year. That's why we made him a pressing forward. But Francisco's even quicker than Veloso. So with 20 minutes for him to run at balls coming in from these 3, there's a chance if we can just get the ball over the top for him to chase. That's what we need to be looking for. Somebody get the ball for Francisco to chase. He quick. Right. Oh, Leeds have got the football. And they've got a big overlap on this left-hand side as well because Juan Jose is so far forward and really not making any effort to get back in cover. Is that Jose? That is Jose. Who's the number 13? Perez. So Perez, our attacking midfielder, was trying to get more involved than Jose, who is the player playing on that left-hand side. Take note of that. Elias clears, but only to a Leeds player. We've got another opportunity to demand more. Demand more we shall. An equaliser here would be huge for us, just from a morale perspective, going into the next run of games. Francisco finally gets the ball played up to him. He tries to turn and run, but he's blocked off by the Leeds player. And now Diaz, who's had a very quiet game. And there's the ball for Francisco. He rounds the keeper. It's exactly what we were asking them to deliver. What a pass from Diaz. What composure from Francisco. What a goal. Let's just have a look at this again. It's a beautiful pass, but the composure from Francisco, who was out on the right wing moments before, but the way he rounds the keeper, absolutely beautiful stuff. We will now drop back to a positive mentality. We will take this, boys and girls. A draw away against the team that was second in the league. We'll definitely take this. I mean, we'll take a win. If someone wants to get the ball forward for a win, although it looks like it's going to be Leeds who are going to get the final proper attack of the game. We're entering the 90th minute. There's going to be 3 minutes added on. Just clear it, clear it, clear it, clear. Oh, Perez makes a save. Right, get it up the other end. Get it up the other end. Blow the final whistle. I don't need to see any more highlights. A draw here is a good result. We pick up the draw. Excellent character shown there to come back in that game. Francisco making the point that he probably needs to be starting the next game. Veloso's just had 2 very, very quiet matches. We've got a Carabao Cup game coming up and then a game against West Ham who've had a terrible start to the season. So Francisco, fingers crossed, he'll definitely start the Carabao Cup game because he's needing match time. And then presumably he'll score goals in that, be back in the team for West Ham and go on a little run. That's what we're looking for from Francisco now. But that top 4 is a thing of beauty. More of that, please. And we'll be back tomorrow, somewhere in December, probably. We'll pick out some interest, maybe Arsenal and Chelsea as 2 big away games again. I'm going to start getting the, why do you always win off camera but not on camera, Kev? Because I'm going to play Luton and West Ham and Leicester off camera. I'm going to come back for Arsenal and Chelsea away. I show you the big games. I show you the big games. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.